I saw your video, of which part talked about the work of Svante Arrhenius, and I can see that you, like so many other good, hard-working Americans, have fallen into the trap set for you by the secular humanist scientific establishment. Svante Arrhenius is one of the most overglorified, under-refuted scientists in history. He is up there with the ranks of Galileo and Darwin. I contend that in Sweden, Arrhenius did the same thing that Al Gore tried to do in America. Like Hitler with the Jews, he made a scapegoat to use to rise to power and influence. Liberals today still do win power and influence through the scapegoating of global warming. Just look at Van Jones. Now, I am a typical high school student. When I was in my chemistry class, we learned about Arrhenius' theory of acid dissociation. I usually do not trust things that I hear from Scandinavians because they're socialists! Grrr! Socialism! But like you, and so many innocent people who just want to learn the truth for themselves, I originally naively believed what I was being taught, until my teacher, who must belong to the scientific elite, mentioned that Svante Arrhenius, the man who proposed the theory of acid dissociation, also predicted global warming. At first, I thought that he must have just been a crackpot, but then it dawned on me. He proposed global warming over 100 years ago because the socialist conspiracy to which he belonged already had figured out that for years to come, they would become very powerful with the scapegoating that they found in global warming. I no longer trusted this Swedish socialist. I presumed that he was just like the Swedish socialist who gave the Nobel Peace Prize to the man who's trying to take away our guns and our freedoms. I pled to my classmates that they not believe what they heard, but they responded as if I was the crackpot. But after school that day, when I went home to try to demonstrate to some of my naive friends that Arrhenius hates America, I dug up a little dirt. And you will not believe what I discovered. It seems that our eco-terrorist sympathizing friend helped to create the Swedish State Institute for Racial Biology, an institute whose founding goal was to advance the study of eugenics, or selective breeding applied to humans. You know who else believed in eugenics? Hitler. Not only did Hitler believe in eugenics, but it was also the cornerstone of his genocides. Now I know what some of you Obamunists are going to say. Jens, first you say that Arrhenius was a socialist. Now you say he's a fascist. He can't be both. Make up your mind. Now let me tell you, I am sick and tired of this argument coming from liberal pinheads! They used it against Jesus. They used it against Glenn Beck. And now these commies are using it against me. When will these Stalinists understand that fascism and socialism are the same thing? They both hate America, don't they? Now I know that the ACLU will give me grief for this, but why does a class of innocent school children have to have Arrhenianism force-fed to them by the secular humanist scientific establishment? Acid-base theory is just a theory! It is worse than being force-fed the theory of evolution. Why can't they let the kids determine this for themselves? Why do we even have to teach our children chemistry anyway? Have we abandoned the alchemy that was good enough for our founding fathers? But not only is acid-base theory anti-children, what will become of the widget factory operated by small businessmen in which the socialist scientists calling the shots from their ominous labs destroy the factory's work by telling the industrialists that acids will dissociate? The widgets will be crap! Acid-base theory is anti-small business! And you know what's next, don't you? After all of our widgets are pieces of made from incorrect science, big government will use it as an excuse to bail out the widget industry. Or they might call it bailing out the widget industry, but everyone knows that that's just a euphemism for what it really is. What it really is Grrr! Socialism! So don't ever let anyone tell you that Svante Arrhenius was a respectable scientist. If you do, say, shut up! You hate America! You hate freedom! That's the end of my piece on Svante Arrhenius. Good night and God bless America. If you're not with us, you're with the terrorists.